It's very exciting. Let God announce you. And the word there, there's a key words there. There's the word let, which is allow, surrender to God. And then let God announce you, which also implies that you can choose to announce yourself. Okay? You can choose to announce yourself, which means you can choose to move things along in your way. But today, we're realigning this and saying, let God announce you. Let's allow God to bring forth the very greatest way that he knows he wants to position you, that he knows he wants to announce you, that he knows he wants to redeem things concerning you. We've just entered a new season of abundance, of overflow, of surprises as we continue in celebration. Don't forget that. This celebration window is a continuous season. Okay? We're still in a season of celebration that is within a wider season of dominion. Don't forget to keep joining those dots so that you don't miss out on the various things that you're expecting and that you're looking forward to God doing in your life. Before promises are manifested, there normally is an announcement. Okay? There's that pronunciation. There's that pronouncement about a matter, about a thing, about you, about your family, about your village, about your church, about your organization, about your institution, about your government, about your country, about your continent, about the world. Before the manifestation of a word, there's normally the pronouncement of a word. So I'm hoping that you're alert and aware that as you come before this session today to hear how God wants to announce you, when we're saying, let God announce you, have an expectation. Have an expectation. There is things that you know God has already pronounced over your life, and there are things you may not know, but God has already pronounced them over your life anyway. So before the promises are manifested, there's normally pronouncements and announcements that have been made to precede it. And after promises manifest, there's normally an announcement that goes along with it. God has already pronounced himself concerning his plans, his promises, and his will for you, for me, for our families, our children, for our communities, for our government, our countries, our organizations, our communities, our projects, our visions, our destinies, our relationships, our marriages, our bodies and health, our continents. He's already pronounced himself on every dimension of our lives. And this is obvious because Jeremiah chapter 1 says that before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. And I already ordained you a prophet to the nations. Okay? That means even before any one of us arrived on this earth, God already knew. It also says he's the Alpha and he's the Omega. Everything is of him, in him, and for him. There is nothing that happens that God does not know. He is the beginning of all things and the end of all things, and nothing happens that he doesn't know. So concerning us and everything, every dimension of our lives, God has already pronounced himself. And now what he always requires is for us to partner with him. You know, I keep telling some people that I keep wondering why God created some formulas himself that sometimes shift some dynamics and the outcomes of a lot of things in our lives or in our environments. God gave human beings a free will, and he needs us to partner with him on his plans, on his will, and his purpose for us, so that that perfect plan, will, and purpose is then fulfilled as he originally planned and intended for it. Those pronouncements he has made concerning us, my desire is that we will enjoy and manifest the fullness and the greatest expression of those as God desired. Sometimes they shift in different dimensions because there are certain variables that take place in the course of life. Decisions, choices, actions that we take, postures, spiritual postures that we take, our level of knowledge, revelation, and understanding sometimes can affect the outcomes of the things that God desires. But concerning every single dimension of our lives, God has already pronounced himself. Now we're in a season of announcements, of happenings, of manifestation, right? Romans 8:19 says, the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. That means the children of God exist. The children of God are around. The children of God are in that community. The children of God are in that business sector. The children of God are in that government. They're in that country. They're in that church. They're in that family. But there comes a time when there's an expectation for the revealing. That is inside of you, that you have been carrying, that you have been prepared for, is revealed, is announced. Other versions say the world is groaning and waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. What is that manifestation that the world is waiting for? What in you or of you is waiting to be revealed? I would like you to go ahead with me in this time and be thinking real time and reflecting inside of yourself. What are those things inside of you that you have trained, that you've prayed for, that you have processed, that you know, that you have tapped into the mind of God, divine creativity and strategy? You've got blueprints and models. You have ideas that are waiting to be revealed. They're inside of you. You have already begun to test them, to deploy them in spaces and places. And now the positioning, the announcement is awaiting you. That elevation into positions of dominion, the fullest manifestation of everything that you carry. What are those things? What dimensions of your life are you awaiting the revealing? There are promises, words that God has spoken over your life, and you have worked on them. You have prayed over them. You have been processed in preparation for the revealing, for the manifestation. Begin to take note of those various dimensions in your life in which you have an expectation to manifest, in which you have an expectation to be revealed. Various points of these pronouncements that God has made of our lives before time began are about to be revealed. They're about to manifest. So prepare. Preparation is key, and your posture is critical. I like to give real examples. A woman who is pregnant does not need to be reminded severally that she's pregnant and she's carrying a child. She doesn't need to be reminded severally that, the baby that you're carrying will be born. It's obviously implied that that baby has a set time already planned and ordained, biologically, physically, and spiritually, to be born. Every dream, every desire, every prophetic word that God has given to you has a set time. It has a time when it just must come forth. However, preparation and your posture is critical so that those words are not aborted. Because just like a woman who's pregnant, the expectation, obviously, is that she will give birth to a healthy baby. But between conception and delivery, that's a window when a lot of things can happen spiritually and physically that can cause things to be aborted, or that the baby may be born but may not be healthy. Okay? Our desire is that we give birth to healthy, strong babies. Okay? Healthy and strong babies.